Hey, what's up everybody? It's Justin here at S&K Greenhouse. Today I want to talk to you about 3 watering mistakes you could be making. Stay tuned. Alright guys, bear with me. It is very hot today and humid. We're about the middle of June and things are looking great in the garden. I got my new water line put in finally, and I thought it'd be very appropriate today to talk to you about some watering mistakes you could be making. So the first mistake you could be making is watering your plants from the top. Now this seems like such a natural way to start watering your garden, but you want to avoid doing this for a couple of reasons. Reason 1, garden plants actually absorb little to no water through their foliage. Watering from the bottom actually gets water straight to the root system and penetrates the subsoil. That way your garden plants could absorb the water that they actually need. 2, watering from the top can contribute to disease. It sounds kind of crazy, but most diseases are caused by fungi, although some bacterial diseases occur as well. Now, fungi and bacteria that can cause disease are called pathogens, and these pathogens spread by seed-like structures called spores. Water droplets on leaves and stems play a major role in plant diseases. You see, fungal spores are small and delicate, much like plant seeds, and they need moisture to start germination. But if these fungal spores dry out, it'll actually kill the fungus, just like plant seeds will die or seedlings will die if they dry out. Watering on top of the leaf can let these spores and bacterial cells penetrate the plant and ultimately cause infection. Now I already know what you're thinking. What about rainfall? And that's true, we can't control that. But what we can control is the number of free moisture periods that are happening and how long they last. And therefore we're reducing the odds that your plant are going to get a disease. This brings me to the next watering mistake you could be making, and that is not watering at the optimal time. Now before I say anything further, if your plant's wilted down, looking stressed out, watering it right then is going to be the most optimal time. Getting a scheduled watering in the morning is by far the most optimal time you can water your plants. That way they get full and engorged with water just before the heat of the day, and they won't wilt down quite as much and get as stressed. Avoid watering in the heat of the day because most of that water is going to get evaporated before it even reaches the subsoil. Watering in the late afternoon is the next best option, but then it goes back to the disease thing. You're going to have longer moisture periods because there's going to be zero sun to evaporate the water, and then you're going to contribute to spreading fungus and bacterial disease. And finally, the last mistake to avoid is underwatering. Now in the context of a more mature garden like the one I've got behind me, underwatering can be a huge problem. Generally speaking, growing mediums for raised beds or containers contain forest products like pine bark. These type products are great for providing proper drainage to your garden, but you may find that in the heat of the summer, you might not be watering enough. Allow me to show you what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and give my garden here a little soak. It's been super hot and dry here in Shelby, North Carolina, zone 7. My tomatoes have really been punished by the heat, but they're doing good. Now most of us would think, hey, I watered my garden, I did my duty, I should be good to go. But let's take a closer look. Now this is where I just watered, and I'm going to dig just a few inches down into the subsoil, and you'll see that right here, I'm maybe 2 inches down. This is dry as powder. Now this is not going to be adequate enough to really penetrate deep down and get to those roots. So a better method of watering is to water thoroughly like I did the first time. Allow for this water to drain down. That way we're just not washing everything away. And then water again. This will ensure that we're watering deep and that we're going to get down to those roots. So remember to water, stop, and then water. Okay, so there's my 3 watering mistakes to avoid. If I left anything out, let me know down in the comment section. I really hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to get updates about videos we're releasing just like this one, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Until next time, become a plant person.